Hey, this is Josh with the band Stereo Earth. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Electro Harmonix Bass Microsynthesizer. Every now and then people ask me how I get some of my sounds out of my bass guitar. It's really no secret I use the Electro Harmonix Bass Microsynthesizer real heavily. I hope mine never breaks down because, oh, I don't know. Well, let's just cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, I thought I'd go over a couple of the sounds on it and how this thing kind of works, and at least show you how I get some of the sounds that I really like out of this thing. So basically what this thing does is it replicates your bass guitar sound and either an octave higher or an octave lower, plus it also distorts it, and the end product sounds a lot like several synthesizers of yore. Pardon me. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this is my unit, a little beat up, lost some of the sliders. I had to replace them with a little bit of white tape just so I could see where they are. They still work, you know, but anyways, seen better days, but I still love it. It's my baby. Anyways, there's two main parts to this. You have the voices, which is like what's actually generated by this effects pedal, and then how it's treated, which is in the filter sweep. And you also have an attack delay, which I'll get to later, and a trigger, which is kind of like your input level, sort of. It starts the filter sweep. But let's go into this. So right now it's unplugged. I don't have anything going through it. So there's my G string that I'm playing there. If I engage it right now, all the voices are down all the way low, so I don't hear anything if I play my bass. Nothing. So if I bring up the guitar right now, you still won't hear all that much. It'll still sound kind of like, it'll still be that foundational note, but everything that goes through this goes through a filter sweep right after. So right now this filter sweep is set all the way low, so you'll just hear basically the foundation note, and that's about it. So let's bring these filter sweeps all the way up just so you can see what's going on. The frequency's all the way up. So now you can tell this guitar is basically the line through, sent through the filter sweep, and if I have it set all the way up, it's a low pass filter sweep, so it's not getting anything cut out. It's it's basically a frequency gate where it says anything below the frequencies set by these two sliders get cut off. So if I have it all the way up, there's nothing to cut, and everything goes through. If I bring it all the way down there, it sounds muddy again. So that's that, and then we also have an octave below. So here's that G. An octave above it. And then a distorted version of the same guitar note that you're playing before. So that's what you're working with, and then once it goes through this filter sweep, you have a rate, so you can set it so it's fairly fast or fairly slow. You can set it from a high to a low frequency like this, or from a low frequency to a high. So if it's set like this, it'll kind of do a whoosh. And it's set fairly fast, so it's probably going to go like whoosh, whoosh, as opposed to whoosh. So this is what this will sound like. Let's bring up the original guitar sound as well as a little bit of the octave, tiny bit of square wave, just to see how this would sound. Oh, and we have to bring up the trigger. I'll explain that in a little bit, as well as the resonance. Let's get this kind of crazy. The higher up this resonance is, the more effect that you have. So if we bring up the resonance, it should sound pretty extreme now. And it kind of does. So the rate, let's see, if I make this a little longer, now you can hear how this goes. Okay, so let's bring that down a little bit, and if we switch the sweep so it goes high to low, here's what it'll sound like now. So that's basically what you're working with, and you have a million different variations on this. This is a very versatile little unit. One of the settings I really like, and this is the one that I use on our song Kung Fu Guitar. You can click on our other videos to hear that. I basically bring the sub-octave up pretty high to about there, bring the original guitar all the way out, don't even hear any guitar, and I'll leave the octave and the square wave about where it is. I take the attack delay and leave it where it all the way short where it is now too, and then I have a little bit longer delay there. That's about what I use for Kung Fu Guitar. So if you've heard their song, you've heard this. Oh, that sounds out of tune somehow, but that's, you get the idea. That's, I don't know. Anyways, that's that tone, and I use that quite often. The other one that I use quite often is I reverse this and bring this down quite a bit, the delay time, and I bring this, the sub octave, all the way down, bring the guitar up quite a bit, leave those about there, and like on our reggae-ish version of Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath, that's the one that I use on there, and it sounds like. So those are the ones that I really like. The attack delay, I never really use that, but I've seen a lot of other guys use this. So you can actually, if you bring that up, it kind of gives you more of like a string sound. So it kind of brings out, you know, takes off the edge. That's what that does. And I've seen some people kind of use it a little bit quicker, and if you don't stop playing, you basically don't re-trigger this whole thing, so you can go. But every time you hit a new note, it starts a new trigger and a new filter sweep and a new attack delay. So if I go, but I do a hammer off or a hammer on, it's immediate. But if I play those two notes in succession, it starts it all over. Let's even get a. So that's about it. Please check out our videos. StereoEarth.com is our website, and I hope this this little video was informative as well as mildly entertaining. Thank you. Is this still recording?